Hello, Cat here, and welcome to the Random Game Review, episode 13. Tonight we'll be taking a look at Project Cars on the Oculus Rift. Now, just a little background here. About 3 months ago, maybe 4, when I first got the Oculus Rift, or actually tried out the Oculus Rift to be more accurate, I played Project Cars, and I got sick. Completely sick. I tried it twice, I think maybe 3 times. Every time I got sick. Well, right now Oculus is having a summer sale, and the Project Cars was down, I think, 60% off. So it was $20 compared to normally $60, if that's 60%. I decided to buy it. Lo and behold, I no longer get sick from it. So now you're going to see what it is like to drive inside a car in VR. Let's get to it. I do want to say that it has awesome graphics. Definitely AAA quality. Now, this is just for the, anytime you're looking at the from exterior view and watching this beginning video here. In the car, the graphics are, they're good. They're what I would expect for Oculus Rift. I've heard that you can super sample while you're in VR and get a better quality. Now, with my processor of an i5 6600K, I'm not going to try that. I may try it later on, but not for this video. It would probably most likely bog me down. But this intro is amazing, and I'm going to put it at the end of the little review I do for anyone that does want to watch it, so it'll be there. Well, let's go ahead and get right in here. The main menu here, everything's activated by me looking at it. And we have races, quick random leaderboards, a whole bunch of different things. You have a no option over here with the garage credits. Just different things you can look at. And while I'm looking at it in VR and able to move my head around, it's like looking at a, say maybe a 72 to 80 inch TV. Pretty neat. It's only maybe 3 feet away from me. This seems like in VR. So it's pretty cool to look at. Well, we're going to do a quick race here. Now, if I just stare at it, it should activate. There it goes. All right. I can use my controller, of course. You can see here I just move stuff and the little cursor disappears. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So you can modify the race in any way you want. Number of opponents, type of class of car. We're going to put the skill up to 30 here. Yeah, looks about right, 33. You can do weather conditions, rain, nighttime. You can do time progression as well. And that'll, if you want to do a 24-hour Le Mans race, that's pretty cool. But we're not going to do that. Let's take a look right now at the tracks. I know every game that they do racing is different, so we'll go ahead and scroll all the way up to the top. It shows you where the track is, the length of the track, and the number of turns. And let's just go a quick route right through. Hopefully someone here will see something they know. Let me know if they're missing any tracks. I think there are a couple of tracks missing, especially from, let's say, the last game I actually played while I was into racing games was Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation. So, comparing this to that, this just blows it out of the water. Of course, it should at this time of this decade here. So anyway, there's a lot more tracks. Let's just go fast through it. And I'm going to look up here real quick and give you a view of the cars. Now, there are 2 which are not really cars. They are go-karts. And there they are, the Kart 1 and the Super Kart. Now these guys run just as fast as all the rest of the cars, and they're pretty fun to drive in, especially when when you're just having fun whacking cars in turns and whatnot, and not really, trying to take it seriously. But here we have a look: Adams, BMWs, Aston Martins, Audis. All different type of cars, and I'm going to scroll through these pretty fast. We got some vintage cars coming up here. Mustang, Formula One. Let's see, vintage Formula Ones. Oh, but there's a lot of different cars. Let's go ahead. We'll go fast right through it. Hopefully, if you see something you like, stop me. But otherwise, a lot of different cars. The one we're going to be playing with today is, I'm going to take a look up here in the corner again, get this started, is the Formula Rookie car. And we're going to play on the United Kingdom track. So not too many turns, 9 turns, 2.4 miles there, 3 laps. Same class, not identical
Let's try and
cars.
make up some ground here.
Random
off the lights.
start,
Keep it clean.
position,
Keep your wits about you.
and you can see, you can look around. Now I have a heads-up display, so I have my speed, position, and the track map. Now on this one I don't use it anymore, just because I've played this track a lot. And this is where I pretty much, if I want to learn to ride a new car, I drive it on this. So this is a pretty fun track to play on. It's good for beginners, and you know, son of a, guys are getting all my way. Playing in this position is my favorite. Now there are other positions you can play in. I'll show you when I hopefully get into a straightaway. But I think it's kind of cheating playing the other position, because you can actually see yourself losing control and beginning to drift, in which you can compensate then. In playing in this position, you can't really do that. You just, you kind of hear it, and you almost see it, but it's definitely a little more intense driving in this position. Now, every time I've played a game, race car game, from Gran Turismo, Nigel Mansell on the Super Nintendo, IndyCar, and IndyCar 500 on the PC, this is the position I always enjoy playing. So doing this finally in VR and actually being able to look around while driving is awesome. Now, of course, talking during my racing is a no-no, since I have hard enough time driving anyway. But let's see if I can get within 3 laps up to first position for you guys without destroying the car. Now, you can't really destroy the car in this game. At least I haven't been able to. I've lost the front end and the rear end, but I've never, lost a tire or destroyed the transmission or anything, which I think is a hindrance in the game itself if it is not available. But playing online, or even just playing in a career mode, if you can't really destroy your car, then you have the ability to drive in last place, and then on every turn just use guys as bumpers and ram them just kind of like that and skid right past them on the inside of the turn. Now, that's not what I did there, but you know what I mean. For those guys that have played Grand Theft Auto, just using the guys as bumpers to make the turn, which it's cheating. And that's why I think, you kind of need to have the damage. For casual playing like I like, I don't care. There is multiplayer online. Now, on the Oculus, so far I've not run into anybody. I'm not too sure why. I hear on Steam that there are a lot of people. Now, I've played on the Oculus with friends, and it's pretty cool to play online. And you won't be able to talk to anybody while you're online. You'll have to use TeamSpeak or whatnot. Whatever program, third-party program to get there. But playing just like this, it's pretty cool. Now I have the volume turned down so you can hear me speak, but I like having a full blast and, feeling the engine roar, or hearing the engine roar, and, feeling the simulated air run over my head, which is laughable to say, but you know what I mean. Anyway, here we come up some cars. You can see how they're rendered. They do look pretty cool. One thing I'll let you know, a little Easter egg. They do not fully render the car you're in. So as you can see, I can look down and I have, foot pedal and everything, and I look pretty good, and got my front wheels and they turn and all that. The rear of the car really isn't rendered at all. So at the end of the race, let's see if I can make this turn while talking. No, I couldn't. So at the end of the race, I'll go ahead and show you what the rear looks like. It's pretty funny, and I don't know how many other cars are like that, but I think it's just hilarious that it just lets you know that they really designed this game before VR, and they just added VR afterwards, but they really added it in nicely, seamlessly as well. If you have the option, if you are not set up correctly when getting in VR, you can adjust your head position and shoulder height, and actually the world perspective. So if the car seems a little too big, then you can actually shrink it down or increase it, in size if it's too small, which is pretty neat. Alright, let's see if we can make this turn without killing myself. So one thing I've noticed is that if you do cut a turn, they will make you slow down, which, if they make you slow down, they should add the crash damage. That's the other reason why I think they should have damage to cars, because if they're going to make you slow down for cutting corners, then they should really, you know, add that feature in. And I'm assuming for like 24-hour races, I have like 4 green tires here next to my speed and my gear shifting. What I wonder is if you ever have to change them. Now I only play these little races here, so I never have to change them, but I think maybe in the longer laps you would have to. So I wonder if damage would be on those as well. I can't let that guy pass. Yo, alright, so what'd I make? 5th place, not too bad. Little helicopter in the moon up there. Pretty cool to look at. I've seen birds before in here. So, as I said before, I think that this game is definitely a game we should pick up and play. It is nice, casual, fun to play. If you're really into it, I'm sure you can do career mode and have fun with that. But just for a game to pick up, race, whatever you want to race, pick a track that you've never played on before, pretty awesome. I enjoy it a lot, and I think you would too. Now on to the, I'll go ahead and leave you with the intro here. And before I do that, just want to show you the rear tires. They're hilarious to look at. As you can see, they don't even spin, and they apparently have like the inside of a garage, you know, from my pit shop there. I have no idea why they did this. I guess they just figured you're not going to be looking behind you like this while driving. But it's hilarious to see it. I wonder how many other cars are like that. Let's take a look at the other side. Yep. Everyone else has wheels. I only have 2 in the front. I have these little coasters things in the back. Otherwise, until next time, guys, have fun gaming. You couldn't actually see what I was looking at because the score and the track position was up for everybody. But I am going to go ahead and speed right past everyone real quick and see if I can flip a car for you, and then I'll show you the rear end of the cars. The rear end of my car. Oh, almost. Let's see if I can catch up. Seems to be one guy behind me. Gotta do that again here. Alright, we're gonna try to flip a car. No. There they do it. Oh. It's just me that's dying. Alright. So, here's the rear of the car. As you can see, the rear tires don't do anything. I'm going to drive completely backwards here. Just so you can see. Nothing. Just unanimated wheels. Amazing. I guess they figure you're not going to be driving like that. Which you're not. You're going to be looking forward. And at your mirrors. Go. And I also promised you an outside view of the car. So here you go. Nice. The sound changes as well. Now, as I said before, this way is cheating, I feel, just because you can kind of get a better view of how your car handles in the turns. We're coming to a nice sharp turn here. Another car around me, I can. So, I'm going to leave you guys just with this little bit here. Enjoy the introduction to the game. It is definitely a nice intro. Until next time, keep on gaming.